G'day everyone, welcome to another edition of Troopaloos TV. I'm Adrian and I'm going to take you through the 2014 Triumph Trophy, which has to be one of the most underrated motorcycles of all time. This thing is a phenomenal weapon. It's a big bike for sure, about 300 kilos, but my goodness, it handles so well and it's really well balanced. Everyone knows me that comes to the shop, small guy, 66 kilos. But even I can feel really comfortable riding this bike because it is so well balanced. So size aside, what do you get for such a big bike? Well, you get a 1215cc triple that is a really torquey engine, and it's a 6-speed transmission with cruise control and ride-by-wire. So what that means is, for the rider, is you get a really fuel economic ride with a really tall 6th gear, and with that 26 litre fuel tank you get about 400 k's range on it. So that allows you to do some serious touring on this machine without having to have fuel anxiety. And the engine pulls really well. It's a super torquey engine, same thing that they've got on the Explorer, and they've just got it right. It's just a really nice torquey, powerful engine with a really nice drivetrain to match. You'd imagine on a shaft-driven bike like this, with so much weight and so much power, that there'd be a fair bit of drivetrain lash, but actually there isn't. They've kept it really smooth, which is super nice. It comes with a center stand. Now the suspension on this is electronically adjustable, so you can set it up for whether you're riding on your own for comfort or sport, whether you've got 2 people on there, whether you've got luggage or no luggage. It's all customizable on the dash. Now it looks a little bit like the Starship Enterprise because there's so much functionality built into this thing. Built-in tire pressure monitors, so you can see at a glance if there's not enough air in your tires. It's got a whole bunch of different trip meters. As I said before, ride-by-wire, so it's got cruise control, and you've also got an electronically... Hang on, I'll start this thing up. You've got an electronically adjustable windshield, which actually does quite a lot. I was riding this thing around the other day in the rain, and this windshield just completely buffeted all the wind, all the rain away from me. I was as dry as if it wasn't raining at all. Various displays, trip meter and so on, with your information buttons here, and you've also got built-in heated grips. So they've really thought about everything in terms of the comfort of the rider, ergonomically speaking. It's a really comfortable seat, and there's heaps of seat area as well for the passenger. Now for creature comforts like heated jackets and whatnot, you've got a power socket here. You've got a power socket here. If I open up the top box, you've got a power socket in there too. So you can actually charge your devices while you're driving along. There's enough space in here for a couple of helmets. You can fit a helmet in each of the side cases if you have that many helmets, and you probably don't, but you'll have a lot of gear and you'll be able to put it away. Now what else can you do on this thing? You can cruise really comfortably at high speeds, because what they've designed these panniers to do is rock backwards and forwards a little bit, and so it cancels out any buffeting that you might have had from the wind and keeps the ride really smooth and the bike really well balanced. As one of my customers who has one of these said, you can set it on cruise control at 200 k's an hour and eat your sandwich off the tank. It's that smooth. Now I wouldn't recommend doing that, and I'm sure he was just joking, but it just goes to show that I'm not the only one that feels this bike is so underrated, because it is such a really agile bike, really good handling, and for the price of what it is compared to say other bikes in this market segment, extremely good value. So what I'd recommend is come down to the shop and take one of these spins. You'll be pleasantly surprised, like I was, at just how much of a fun bike this is. Even though it looks like a big gigantic monster, it's really not. Once you get it up and going, it's very easy to handle. And you know what, even at so slow speeds in the parking lot, Again, it never feels like it's going to tip over or anything like that. So when you're cruising along behind this windscreen, what you also get is the built-in radio, where you can put your iPod, your MP3 player, your USB stick with your songs on it, and pump up the volume. Now, the cool thing is, you don't have to annoy anyone at the traffic lights when you stop, because it automatically brings the volume level down based on your speed. So when you stop, the music goes quiet, and as you get faster, it automatically raises it up. So it's a really cool feature, and it just makes it a super enjoyable bike to be in. It's like being in a luxury car, but you get the fun of being in the open air and on a motorcycle, going through the corners and twisties and whatever. And man, this bike really handles through the twisties very well. It's like it's a big sport bike, really, in its heart. So what else can I say? It's a great bike. Come down and ride it. 2014 Triumph Trophy. Come check it out. True Baloo's Garage. Thanks very much.